Hello and welcome everyone to Copy and Paste, the clean and family-friendly Reddit reading podcast. This is the second episode of r/AskReddit. Where you don't ask a professional, you ask Redditors, because they're definitely more reliable. Please don't forget to leave a comment or send me an audio message if you want to recommend another subreddit. And don't forget, the usernames for all posts will be in the description, like always. Okay, thanks for joining me. Let's get started. The first post is made by an NSFW account, and the question is, what are you the 1% of? The first response is by user/longlifeguide418. I am the 7th generation of my family with the same name. At the end of my name, I legally have, in Roman numerals, a 7. Second response is TacticalGoastse. I figured I have to be in the top 1% of deaf guitar players worldwide. I had completely fine for like 25 years and spent 19 years of that to practice guitar playing. Being legally deaf for 3 years now and can still play well. Muscle memory. I kinda wanna start a band called Deaf Metal or something. Our next response is by user/commander-crook. Probably less than 1%, but I'm sucrose and fructose intolerant. No fruit, candy, ice cream, even some veggies for me. The next response is made by user/villanelle12. I am allergic to temperature extremes. Taking a hot shower or touching an ice cube will give me hives. And the last post is made by user/consistentRoutine2. My daughter was the first in Canada to have a cord blood harvested for stem cells. They were being used for bone marrow transplant for her brother. As a side note, my son was diagnosed with what was called JCML, a child leukemia occurring in about 0.001% of all childhood leukemias. The survival rate, I believe, is/was in the 1 percentile range. Our next post is made by user/Wismond. The question is, what is something you did when you were younger that you are still facing the consequences of? Our first response is made by user/taratheandroidvevo. Very simple. I blew my credit. I'm still fixing that one. Nice job, me. Our next response is made by user/MrBrat69. I was working 40 hours a week while still in high school. After about 6 months of non-stop work, I fell asleep behind the wheel, and I lost my leg. Ouch. And our last response is made by user/Technicolorlovr. I had a treehouse that was about 10 feet off the ground, and I would regularly jump off of it. Being an idiot, I would embrace myself when I landed because I thought I looked cooler doing it that way. Just straight up land on my feet without so much as bending my knees. Well, guess who's got crap knees before they've hit 30? Our next question is made by user/FinlayG113. And the question is, what do people think makes them look cool, but actually makes them look like a douchebag? It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. Said by every douche about to get their butt kicked because they've pushed it way too far. And there was a reply to this by user/ekaj__. Reminds me of that one kid who got shot and died because he did a quote-unquote robbing people with a knife prank. Our second response is made by user/OnemoreSavBlanc. Picking on someone in a group and trying to get everyone else to laugh at them. Not in a, hey, everyone's joking around kind of way. In a, being a nasty piece of work and embarrassing the person kind of way. People like this really suck. And our last response for this is made by user/Nightwarper. Teachers who are proud of many of their students not passing. If I ever get a teacher like that, maybe I should ask why they're proud of being a bad teacher. And our last post is made by user/VirtualTap695. The question is, what would you like to be illegal, but isn't? JoeCool369 said, mobile game ads having fake X's. DBC13543 said, stopping a shopping cart in the dead center of the aisle. Like, come on, just pick a side. Cold Department 7964 said, not using headphones in a public space. And there was a reply to this that I really agree with by callsign fun size. Dude, not using headphones in public is annoying, especially the people who have it maxed out watching a YouTube video. I 100% agree with you. Revving your engine at every bloody red light. I'm not gonna race your Mustang with my wife and kids in the minivan. M. Ellis88 said, littering. If I had $1 for every disposable mask or glove I've seen on the ground since the start of the pandemic, I would be a millionaire. I know there are fines in some places, but they should be increased a lot to help prevent this. If someone was thinking about littering and knew if they were caught they would incur a $1,000 fine, perhaps they would think twice. 50ish Geek said, very loud music coming out of cars. In my neighborhood, there are a group of folks that mounted speakers in the outside the cars, and the passengers wear earplugs. They do this simply just to be douchebags. And unfortunately, we had to cut it short today. Thanks for joining me. To listen to this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or one of many more platforms, or to visit any of my socials, click the Linktree link in the description. And please feel free to send me an audio message or leave a comment. It's been a pleasure. Goodbye!